Okay, this one little section here is administrative functions, and there's 4 parts of administrative, or there's 4 functions of administration that I'll talk about. There's planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. Okay, and administrative, executive, or upper level personnel. All right, you can interpret that differently depending on the different organizations. So planning is anticipated through thought and, when appropriate, documentation. All facets should take an organization to an expected level of success. A plan is a predetermined and theoretical way to accomplish set goals and objectives. Okay, so this is your planning. Planning can be short-term, 1 to 3 years, or long-term, 3 years and beyond. Now, it is sort of a scale. Short-term could be shorter than a year. It could be immediate, that sort of planning. But then are you really planning it if you're doing it the next day? Not really as much as 1 to 3 years or 3 years and beyond. When you get together for different sessions with your teams and you say, well, let's have, what's our vision for the future? You know, maybe you don't have a cycling class, or you had a cycling class, but it's not as popular as it used to be. And you say, well, let's start phasing it out or beefing it up one way or the other. Maybe you want to do an addition or renovation, an improvement, you know, a new floor in the gym. You have to, you know, retile the bathrooms, getting new fitness equipment, that sort of thing. So it could be all sorts of things that you plan for. Organizing involves recognizing and assigning specific responsibilities to employees and resources, as well as designing areas and time assignments that relate to this product. So, relate to the product. Different specific responsibilities to employees. So you know, if you have a person that's looking after the pool and they are their lifeguards, or they're the aquatic director, as well as designing areas and time assignments. So the time would be the time that, you know, we need to put together the winter calendar for swim instruction. You know, that we need it by, you know, November 1st, that sort of thing. Scheduling is effectively allocating human and physical resources. So organizing includes scheduling. We're going to do a bit of scheduling later in this in the course, but scheduling is very important to understand. Hopefully some of you have had the experience of maybe scheduling people at work, or, you know, probably have experience looking after your own schedule with a planner or an agenda. And, you know, that is a good skill to have. People always need to have things organized and by scheduling. Okay, so human resources are people, your staff. Physical resources could be machinery, equipment. More organizing. Organizing includes establishing a flow chart that reflects the authority structure of an organization. So we're going to look at that in a moment. An authority, again, is a strong word, but it'd be who's the supervisor of who's supervising who, and how does that work, and who's boss, and all that sort of stuff. Organizing includes developing policies and procedures and creating facility signage that designates areas and provides information. So organizing, again, is looking after your organizing and how it's running. How is it going to run? There's lots of organization that takes place, and they're always revising policies and procedures. Signage keeps people flowing through your facility, circulating through your facility properly, finding their way around. Okay, an organizational chart, an org chart for short. So this is just very general of an area. Golf facilities manager, aquatics or sports supervisor, sports area manager, you know, under the facilities manager, program coordinator, golf course superintendent, seasonal staff, aquatics or sports supervisor, seasonal staff, sport area manager, youth sports coordinator, adult sports coordinator, seasonal staff. So each person this way reports to the person above them. So the seasonal staff will report to the adult sports coordinator. These two, the youth and adult sports coordinators, report to the sports area manager. And these three, sports area manager, aquatic and sports supervisor, golf facilities manager report to the division director. And that could be the sport director, the recreation, parks and recreation director, if it's a municipal recreation, that sort of thing. Okay. Administrative directing. Okay, so directing is the process of guiding people or groups within an overall management system. Staffing includes recruiting, hiring, and training employees. Administrative functions of recruiting, hiring, training employees. Okay, so it's looking after your staff is directing. So that's sort of like a director of athletics. Directing is just the term used in this situation. Directing continued. Directing incorporates these elements: leadership style, training, delegation, communication techniques, coordination, motivation. So all these elements are part of being an administrator. Okay. Controlling. Okay. Controlling can be defined as a process of supervising, assessing, and correcting employees' performance and resources to ensure successful product delivery. Okay, it's pretty, I'm not sure if I like the wording on this too much, but controlling, it's like managing or leading, can also be used. Is similar to the process of directing, except it focuses more on monitoring resources. Okay, and we're going to stop right there for a bit.